Hi there, welcome back to another tutorial on how to animate in TVPaint animation. Today we're going to be working on the light table and understanding what the light table and the parameters offers us, how it helps us in our workflow. So first of all, the light table is like the onion skinning that we have in other programs, or if you are doing this traditionally as in using paper. We have the light table. What it does is it allows you to see what you previously drawn over another drawing, so that way you can do what they call superimposition. And superimposition is just taking one object or one drawing that you have and creating a second drawing based upon that reference. So to toggle our light table parameters, all we have to do is go down here in our timeline, and or you can go up into your toolbar menu. Here you'll see a light bulb icon. We also have one down here. The light bulb icon, as you can see, is already active, and to activate this or inactivate it, all you have to do is click on the little button or the little dot that is present here, and without the yellow there, it means that it's inactive, and if you click it again, it will be active. Now you're saying, how can we go ahead and change what type of light table parameters we have? Because you're able to select either the frame before or the frame after your keyframe or the frame that you're superimposing. But also this program allows you to go up to, I believe, 10 layers, either previous or ahead of the current frame. So we can go ahead and look at this by simply clicking left on your mouse button, and a table or a menu comes up. We have a light table parameters. This is where we can change how many layers we see either before or after our current layer. Also, we have the option to switch on for all layers or switch off for all layers. This is helpful if you want to see all of your elements in your scene that are layered together, if you want to see them as an onion skin before or after your current keyframe. Then we also have switch on for current groups layers, and also switch off for current group layers. And this is just for the groups. If you group together layers together and you just want to switch on the light table parameters just for that group. And then we have other group layers, which means that you can denote which group you want to switch on and off if it's not just the group that's already selected. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we're just going to go ahead and select the light table parameters. And as you can see, a new menu pops up. And in our menu here, the light table menu, we have these different options. And the options allow us to choose different colors we can assign to the table. We can select different modes. And also activate all or inactivate all the onion skin frames. And then we also have add to bin. This is just to, if you have a certain setting that you like to set up for your light table, you can go ahead and select add to bin, and this will save it out for you as sort of like a template. And again, this is another color. These two color selections are for your left side, which is the previous frames. Like I said, it goes up to 10, and this side allows you to color going up to the positive, which is ahead of the keyframe that you're currently on. So it will display all these up to 10 keyframes or frames ahead of your current frame. And again, this one here will go through 1 through 10 on the previous frames, which I don't have any frames selected over here, and it'll go up to 10 frames back. So for most purposes, animators either animate on 2s or ones depending on the project and your needs. And as you can see here, there is these sliders that are able to go up and down. These sliders actually control the opacity of the current frame that is on these. So for instance, here I have an instance of an object that I've drawn on our frame here. Now what I can do is I can go ahead and place this on, just duplicate the image, and what we'll do is I'll add another image to our frame, and I'm going to go ahead and offset this frame so we can see the difference between our onion skinning. So to do this, I'm just going to go ahead and select the transform tool up here in our toolbar, and I'm just going to move this slightly out of phase of our previous drawing. And this can simulate sort of like a punch that we're going to be animating. And then all I have to do is go down and hit apply at the bottom of our selections here, and it'll apply that frame. And then what we could do is we could just go ahead and keep duplicating that image and make sure that frame is selected. And then we're going to move that again and hit apply. And we'll just do this a couple more times so that way we can get an animation cycle here. So I could show you how this works. As you can see, our previous onion skinning, we can see the previous frame. I'm just going to hit apply, and then we're going to do one more duplicate image, and I'm just going to bring that forward again. And again, this can simulate a punch or a movement of the hand. And what we're going to do is just going to select this stroke tool so that way our transform tool disappears. So as you can see, our light table here is still present, and I have the light table selected so that we can have one frame behind our current frame. So right now it's showing frame number 2, and you can toggle this by, you can raise it all the way up, and as you can see, the opacity is at 100%, or you can toggle all the way almost down where it's almost invisible. And this allows you to adjust the frame that's before it so that you can see where the position was before your current frame. And when you toggle the opacity here in the light table, it actually does not change the opacity of the original drawing. As you can see, when we go back, that hand is still at 100% opacity. So these, as you can see, is allows you to see the previous frame that's before it, but you can also do up to all the way up to 10. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select the third frame or the second frame behind it, and as you can see, every time you select it, you can see the frame that was 2 frames behind your current previous frame. But see, as it gets a little bit confusing if we have it at 100% opacity, because then the current drawing gets drowned out. So we just go ahead and lower those, and as you can see, it becomes more of a after image of our current image. And like I said, you can assign colors to this. You can select green, or you can click on it where the question mark is, and you can select a different color in your color menu, and it will change that color of that onion skin that is present behind this image. And you can pump that up so you can see the different after images of the onion skin. And again, choosing a color here is not going to change the color, the original color of the drawing. So as you can see, the light table is very, very helpful in superimposition of reoccurring drawings that you want to create for new frames after your current frame. And you can also, again, change the colors either before or after. Like for instance, I clicked on the first frame that is after our current frame. Our current frame is 0. which is 100%. You can toggle this too as well, and be able to change the opacity of all the onion skins that are on the current frame. And you can go as far as, again, you can go all the way back. You can have all of these activated, or you could just activate only the ones you need for your current animation project. So that is a review of our light table parameter. Again, you can get to this light table by either going up here in our toolbar menu, and as you can see, it's a little light bulb icon, and this can be just open and closed by simply clicking on it, or you can go down to your timeline, and down here you just have to right click on this, and it brings up this sub menu, and you just select light table parameters. Well, thank you for following along on this little tutorial, and I look forward to another tutorial, and keep practicing.